For this project, Aaron and I are honoring Michael Brown, who fell victim to the police brutality in Ferguson, Missouri. The incident happened between Michael and Officer Darren Wilson on the night of August 9th, 2014. Supposedly, he was caught robbing a store, but later video footage shows him trading a bagged substance for a pack of cigarettes at the store. He then left the cigarettes at the store to go back and get them later, although someone called him in for robbery, and then Officer Wilson responded to the report. He saw Michael and his friend on the road, and we all know what happened after that. Michael was fatally shot about 7 to 9 times from what we could determine from the official autopsy report from the doctors.
The reason that we wound up choosing this topic is because of civil unrest that took place in Ferguson, Missouri. We did not like how the officer did not get in trouble after killing Michael Brown. We felt like Michael Brown was trying to surrender to the police, but he ended up surrendering his life that night. Multiple witnesses in the autopsy show that he had his back turned and hands raised to Officer Wilson because the reports show that the exit wounds of the bullets were in the front of his body.
During the trial of the shooting of Michael Brown, we feel it is important to note that the jury on the trial happened to be 9 whites and 3 African American people. This could ultimately remind us of the fight for civil rights during the 1950s and 60s, when there were not fair juries for African American people.
For this project, we stated one piece of symbolism that could represent this topic well. Although there ultimately could be 2 pieces, the one that we stated was the raised fist of the Black Power group during the Civil Rights Movement. And the other one we feel strongly about is the slogan, "Hands up, don't shoot." This is what Mr. Brown supposedly said before Officer Wilson shot him multiple times and killed him. It is also the slogan mainly used during protests against police brutality days after he was killed.
For the project, we are using the symbol of the raised fist because this event reminds us of the time period of Jim Crow laws and lynchings for some reason. The raised fist is an important and iconic symbol in American history. It signifies solidarity and support. It also is used as a salute to express unity, strength, defiance, and resistance. The raised fist really relates to the shooting of Michael Brown because of how the African American community came together and supported each other during the tough times of his death, empowering together to get their cause known and start rallying against police brutality.
By honoring Michael, I built a statue commemorating what was his final body stance before he was shot, and we have written on the base of the statue what were maybe his final words, "Hands up, don't shoot." I built this statue out of Legos and then painted it black as like what a bronze statue would look like today. We would like to have this memorial presented and or displayed in Ferguson, Missouri. We would hope for the statue to be displayed either at the high school he attended, which was Normandy High, or near the site of his death on Canfield Drive. For the monument, I made a base for our statue to stand on. The base is 3 inches wide in diameter and 6 1/8 inches tall. The statue part of our monument stands at 12.5 inches tall. The length of the statue from one hand to the other is 6 1/4 inches. Combined, our whole monument stands at 18.5 inches tall.
Ultimately, we chose this topic because we feel it is time to bring light to the police brutality in today's world. Aaron and I feel police officers are abusing their power and taking it out on citizens of America. We also feel like officers are discriminating against African Americans because most of the victims falling to police brutality are African American citizens of the United States of America. This is a very important topic because history is basically repeating itself from the 1950s and 60s, although the bigger question could be asked, did racial discrimination ever end?